It's crashing. Oh, I have to sell. I have to sell it. Okay, the ledger. I need to connect it. This is the last thing you need to do when you are investing in Bitcoin and in cryptocurrencies. If you panic, you will lose it all. And I didn't throw my Ledger Nano box. Okay, I threw the box, but there is nothing inside, so I didn't throw the actual Ledger device. Now, if you panic on the market, most probably you will do actions that will lead to losses, you will miss profits, and you will let your emotions drive your investing, and this is the wrong thing. Hello everyone, it's Petko Alexandrov. I welcome you to our trading channel, and in today's video I will talk about panic. Personally, in March 2021, I don't see any reasons to panic, and in this video I'm gonna show you why. In the recent weeks, in the recent months, when the Bitcoin reached record highs of 40,000, 50,000, nearly 62,000 by the time I'm recording this video, I have read so many posts, YouTube videos of people saying that the Bitcoin is gonna crash, you have to sell it right now. If you wanna take some profits, then you're most welcome to sell it and take your profits. I always admire people who take profits, okay? But you should be selling because you panic. So let's see what happened with the Bitcoin in the last months. In January 2021, the big whales, or these are the huge investors that have over 1,000 Bitcoins, have bought over 80,000 Bitcoins in total. And in February, they have sold over 140,000 Bitcoins. And these are transactions for a few $billions. At the same time, the dolphins and the sharks, which are the smaller investors that have less than 1,000 Bitcoins, in February they have bought over 117,000 of Bitcoins. And the fishes, which are the small guys having between 10 and 100 Bitcoins, since November they have sold over 128,000 Bitcoins. And you might wonder why I'm bringing all of that to you. What matters if the whales are selling more in February compared to what they've bought in January? The thing is, more and more investors are into Bitcoin. And it's not only the whales who control the price. Now, I'm pretty sure that if a couple of whales combine their efforts to crash the price, they can do it. But what means crashing the price in March 2021? In January, the price reached 42,000 and then it fell to 29,000, which is approximately $13,000 of a retracement. If you have calculated that, that is more than 30% of a retracement. In February, the price reached to 58,000 and it dropped down to 43,000, which is approximately $15,000 or above 25%. Now, how much the price crashed in 2018? Nearly the same thing, right? But this time it recovered much faster. Okay, if we calculate it in percentage, I agree that in 2018 it was a much bigger crash, but this was because the people panicked. And from my personal experience, what I see from recording videos, from having online courses, and from actually investing on the crypto market, I can see the huge difference that in 2017, 2018, this balloon that everyone is talking about was because of the mass of people around the world who were buying cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and not that much as the investors. And when they panicked, the price really crashed, okay? But now, $15,000 of a retracement happens monthly, and in March the price reached nearly 62,000, then it fell to 53,000, which is somewhere at about 14%. So even we see a little bit of a bigger retracement like what we had in February and in January 2021, that would be expected. And why I said that from recording videos and online courses, I know that the price is driven by the investors, because I know exactly how much demand there is from retail investors, the average people, and the investors. But the important thing here, and what I want you to take from this video, is the fact that the investors do not panic. Every retracement on the Bitcoin is another opportunity for them to buy at a cheaper price. And let's imagine for a moment I am a whale, okay? I have 200,000 Bitcoins, for example. If I see the price at 50,000 or at 60,000, do you think I'm gonna sell all of that? I'm not gonna sell all of that, okay? I'm gonna sell a small piece. Definitely it will impact the market, and at the same time I will buy again when the price drops, okay? $15,000 lower is a huge thing. But the investors are not gonna be sweating and trying to sell their Bitcoins fast. They don't panic, keep that in mind. And the one reason they don't panic is because they have a lot of Bitcoins. So it is crucially important to learn not to panic. Anyway, you will end up always buying it expensive and selling it cheap, all right? Because usually what happens with the beginners and the people who start investing on the market is that when the price goes up, they are excited, they want to buy more, and they buy more. When the price starts to drop, they start to panic, they start to worry that they will lose their investment, and they start to sell. And when the price recovers again and goes up again, new record highs, instead of taking profit there, their confidence is back and they buy again. And this way, the massive people end up buying it expensive and selling it cheap, while the huge guys do the very opposite thing. They buy the dips and they sell the record highs. So try to convert your mindset and try to think like the big guys. Even you have a small piece, even you have 0.01 of a Bitcoin, doesn't really matter, okay? The quantity never matters. This is why one of my most profitable methods until the moment is to use the counter trend line and the aggressive counter trend line, which I explain in many of my online courses. So this way I buy the dips, but just when the price starts to recover. And I use Fibonacci targets to take the profits at record highs. And at the end of the video, I will share with you one of the most profitable strategies until the moment for the very beginners traders. In my courses, I go to a little bit advanced technical analysis, which I've been doing for the last 10 years. But if you want to know which is the very simple strategy that will bring you profits in the long term, this is the dollar cost averaging. In simple words, this means that you are buying every first day of the month or every Monday. So you buy piece and you buy piece and you buy piece and you buy piece, and you don't care where the price is. In the long term, when the Bitcoin is reaching new record highs, you will be always on a better average price. And the dollar cost averaging strategy is suitable for the people who have no idea about charts, about analysis, about news. You don't have time to follow what's going on the crypto market. You just want to invest some amount. So dollar cost averaging strategy is definitely one of the things you need to consider, because it drives your emotions away and you will have always a better average price when the Bitcoin reaches new record highs, which it does all the time. But one more time, whenever you are comfortable with the profits you have in the account, you should take them, okay? There are always retracements, there are always new opportunities on the markets, other cryptocurrencies than the Bitcoin, which are just starting out. And I'm not a financial advisor, you should always do your research, do your diligence, but when it comes to taking profits and you have profit in your account, then why not taking it? So take it easy guys, think twice before you act, look at the charts, calculate how much the Bitcoin fell last month and how much it fell this month, so you will have an idea what actually means crashing nowadays. But personally, I don't see the Bitcoin crashing again to 3,000-4,000, not even below the $20,000 or even $30,000. That's how I personally feel it, because one more time, too many investors into it, too many companies buying Bitcoin, implementing into their business, and unless something extraordinary happens like Bitcoin gets hacked, but who would like to hack the Bitcoin? It will go to zero. It's like you do a bank robbery, but you get out with money that have no any value. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below about is Bitcoin crashing right now or it's not. We'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!